Alright, so this is just going to be a quick video showing how to upgrade or replace the hard drive on this HP Pavilion x360 Convertible model 14-ba253cl. I've actually done a video where I took apart and kind of explained all the components in here, but this one I'm just going to be doing the hard drive or SSD. We're using a JAS1 screwdriver to remove the screws under here. You do want to remove those two rubber feet there. I just use my fingernail in it and then pull it out, but yeah, that's how I remove that. I'm going to use a small flathead screwdriver to remove this little plastic thing here, okay? Just like this. And get in there and pop that out, okay? If this video helps you out, please make sure to like, subscribe, share my channel with others so that they can learn how to upgrade or repair their devices as well. And if it helps you save a bunch of money, please consider contributing a little to the channel. Every little bit helps and allows me to continue making these videos for a living. Alright, and if you can't do that, it helps a lot if you can watch a few of my other videos just to tell the algorithm that you are interested in my channel. Alright, I'm going to switch to a JAS0 screwdriver and we're going to remove all the screws from the front here. Okay, just like this. Okay, so JAS1 on the 3 back here, JAS0 on the 3 on the front here. Okay, and basically we're just going to swap out the hard drive for an SSD. The computer, the hard drive is actually having issues and it's like super slow. I was trying to clone it, but it was going to take forever. So we're just going to swap the hard drive and then probably use an external USB SATA to USB adapter to get whatever data is necessary. Okay, so after removing those 6 screws, we're going to go in here. What I do is I get my fingernail in the gap here, okay, between the keyboard and the bottom cover, and I'll push with my thumbs on the back and pull with my fingernails here, just like this. Let's see if it'll pop out. Okay, it's popping up. There you go. Okay, and then we're going to go around to this side and do the same thing. Go around the edges and push that. Okay, and then we'll go to this side and do the same thing. Go around the edges and push and pull just like this. You can hear it actually popping out. Some of the clips are super strong. You can use plastic pry tools to do this, but I find my fingernails work best for this. All right, one other thing you can do to make this a little bit easier is flip this all the way back. Okay, and now hopefully we can pop this out. You can see it's still kind of stuck there. So we're going to try and pull up on here. I'm pushing down with my thumb on that and pulling up with my fingers. And let's go ahead and see if we can pop that out. Did we miss any screws? No, we didn't. Interesting, we only have 6 screws there. This one, it holds really strong, so keep that in mind. This cover is pretty difficult to remove. We're actually removing the keyboard. All right, and there we go. All right, and then once you get part of it, you can kind of wiggle it and pull up on it, and you want to be careful because the keyboard and the Palmrest cables are attached to the bottom. All right, so now we got this up. We're going to carefully slowly lift it. Let's take a look underneath. Okay, so it's going to be hard to show this. Let me see if I can use the screen as a stand to hold it at a different angle. Okay, so we'll hold it up this way. We're going to carefully move this up. And you can see the cables in here. Let me zoom in here. Okay, you have that connector there for the keyboard. I'm going to get my fingernail in there and flip that up. And there you go. We can pop that out. And then we have the keyboard backlight connector. Flip that latch up. And then you can push this cable out. There you go. And then the trackpad one. I know it's blocked, but right there, I'm going to use my fingernail and pull that up just like that and pull that out. There we go. Okay, we got the keyboard assembly out. If you need to replace the keyboard, you can see you can just pull this whole thing out and then just swap it over. All right, so there we go. And the touchpad trackpad is here. This can be replaced separately, 3 screws holding this part and 3 screws holding this part. But yeah, all right, and then they have the keyboard model information here. But yeah, we're trying to just do the hard drive. So anyways, let's go ahead and get to the hard drive here. So we're upgrading this with an SSD. There's also the battery here, but I'm not going to pull that out because we're just upgrading the hard drive. So again, I do have another video showing this, so if you want to see that, if you can't find it, let me know and I'll point it over to you. All right, we have this latch here. Flip that latch up. Okay, this cable you kind of have to lift up slightly and pull it back just like this, wiggle it. All right, then we have this thing which kind of gets stuck in here, and I'm going to use my fingernails here to push it over that way and try and pull it up. So just like this, and that works. So there we go. All right, and we're going to have to transfer this stuff over to the SSD. We're going to start from scratch installing Windows on it. All right, so right now these Lexar ones are pretty cheap and very good for their price. So anyways, we're going to get these off. Okay, technically we only need this rubber piece. You don't need any of the foil on the SSD. Actually, you don't want to put the foil on the SSD. All right, so we're just going to peel this out. We might put this foil that holds this connector in depending how it peels off, but we'll see. Okay, so we're going to peel this off, and you can see the connector is kind of stuck to it. So you want to be very careful peeling this away from this connector. Can be tricky. Make sure that you're not going to tear the connector. So I'm holding on to this connector as I peel this away. I'm going to slowly work our way over here. Okay, and yeah, this is kind of being a pain here. All right, try and grab that. There we go, and peel that away from the connector. Slowly, carefully. Be careful not to bend the connector too much, okay? Because you don't want to accidentally damage it. All right, so now that we got that pulled back, you can see we have access to the SATA connector. Usually what I'll do is I'll get my fingernail in that gap between there, and then I'll just pry it like this. And you can see it popped out. We'll go on the other side. Same thing, kind of get in there, and then pry that. Okay, just like this, and there we go. And then once you kind of get both sides, you can go ahead and pull that out. And we'll just set this old hard drive aside. You want to be careful when pulling this out. As you can see, this little part is separate here. So if you accidentally like pull on that, you can break it. So be very careful. All right, we're going to get this connector and just attach it onto here now. Okay, so just get that on, push that in place. All right. Again, this rubber piece with SSD is not too necessary, but it will help prevent it from rattling around. So we're just going to get this over the SSD. It is a little dusty, so I'm going to see about like cleaning it up a little bit. Okay, so just get that rubber piece on there like that. Let me clean this off. I'm just going to use a toothbrush and kind of brush it up a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to have to clean the inside of this a little bit as well because it's also kind of dusty, especially the fan area. Okay, so we got the hard drive SSD here. Okay, so I'm going to kind of just brush this stuff up, and then I'm going to use an electric air blower to clean it out because there's quite a bit of dust on the fan here. So we want to kind of get that a little bit clean if we can. Okay, all right. Okay, so let me use the air blower outside. I'm going to get the dust out. We'll put the SSD in, and then pretty much we're going to install Windows. If you want to keep everything as is, you want to clone the hard drive to the SSD before swapping it out. I actually have a video showing how to do that as well. So if you need that, just let me know. But anyways, I'll be back. All right, see you guys in a bit. All right, so I'm back. I cleaned out the dust from the back of here a little bit. All right, and then I also cleaned out the fan. So next thing we got to do is just get the hard drive SSD back in. So let me actually zoom in a little bit here. Make sure that latches up. All right, I'm going to put this side in first, and then we're going to try and slide this side down. All right. Oh. Okay, so let me see here. Oh. So this has a notch here. That's supposed to? Okay, they both have the notches, so I guess we'll just put it back like that again. Okay, just like this, and push that down into place. All right, and then we will get this in here. Also, apparently there's a PCIe NVMe SSD in here, most likely underneath the motherboard. So if for some reason you wanted to upgrade that, and you're willing to take the extra risk of pulling the motherboard out, then you can go for it. But yeah, anyways, this is the easier way, and also it's a little bit processor limited, so I wouldn't bother putting a powerful M.2 PCIe NVMe in there. I feel the benefits are outweighed by the risk. So, all right. Anyways, oops, put that here. All right. So, anyways, now we just got to get the keyboard and everything put back into place. So we're gonna lift this up so you can kind of see a little bit better. We'll zoom in, and yeah, basically we got to get this cable in. So get that in, line it up, push that into place. Okay. Oh, it might be easier for me to do it the opposite, flipping it this way, but I don't know if you guys will be able to see. All right, so make sure that latches up. Okay. Oh, it's hard to do this and record it. It's difficult to record doing this, but there we go. Get that in, hopefully. There we go. Hold that in place and then slide your finger over to latch it. Okay, next we gotta do the keyboard and the trackpad. Okay, again, it's difficult to get this in video, so yeah, I don't know. Let me try doing it this way now. I don't know if I can really record this that well, but I'll try. Okay, yeah, no, it's hard to record. So I'm just gonna do it, and then, I mean, you guys should know how it works. It's not that tricky, okay? But trying to record it where my hand's not in the way makes it way more difficult. So I'm just gonna do it. Okay. Oops. Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to do it the normal way. So normally I would have it flat on my desk, and then I would be doing it this way and getting the cables in this way. But I guess now I don't even know what you're looking at. But get that in, flip that latch down. There's some dust crumbs there. Okay, grab that. All right, hold that into place. Okay, and then flip that latch down. And now I gotta kind of check it. This is, oops, one of these rubber thingies fell out. Make sure if they fall out that you put them back. Okay. Let me take a quick look here. That looks okay. And what about this side? Let's see if I can. The keyboard one might not be in right. So flip that latch again. Try and make sure it's going in right. This design's kind of annoying. Okay, that keyboard thing came out, so yeah, I'm gonna have to do it without being able to, for you guys to see it. Okay, flip that latch down, sorry. Okay, anyways, hopefully it makes sense what's going on there. Okay, this rubber piece fell off, so let's put that back on. Just line it up and put it back into place. Okay. All right, and then very simple, straightforward. Click everything back in, obviously. Okay, make sure the rubber pieces aren't getting pinched and pushed out weird. Work your way all around. Okay, don't forget the clips in the middle. And that's pretty much it. We just got to get all the screws back in. I'm gonna go ahead and install Windows on here just to kind of show you. But basically, you want to create a bootable Windows USB flash drive, and we're just going to put that. We're going to boot from it by pressing F9 on boot. So power it up. F9, F9, F9. Okay, and then it lets you change the boot order. We're going to select the SanDisk Cruiser Fit, press enter, and Windows 10 64-bit, And there we go. You can see the setup is starting up. All right, and not really much else to it. Just run through the Windows setup as normal and make sure to update, get all the drivers, and you should be good to go. So yeah, we'll give it a little bit more. Add this rubber thing here. Now that it's SSD, you don't really have to worry so much about vibration as much. Okay, and you can see the thing is starting up. And then we just got to run the update or the install. Okay, let me plug in their charger. I have an aftermarket one. All right, got this. I'm gonna press tab 3 times, press enter for next, enter to install now. And it's still going. I don't know why the brightness on it is so low, but I think I can't change it until Windows is installed and I have the driver. So for now, we're just gonna do it that way. All right, but yeah, press space for accepting the terms, enter. I'm gonna go down to custom, and there's 1 terabyte unallocated space. We'll just press enter to start, and it's going to install. All right, and that's pretty much it. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. All right, let's drop this. Bye.